Another person is calling itself Isi. Another person is calling themselves Nana. iPhone, please don't talk. Phones don't talk. Another person is calling themselves Pearl. Another person is calling themselves Sika. There is Steven. There is Teru. There is Techno. You know something? The reason why there is HP, there are Zoom users. The reason why I personally takes my time to educate you, somebody is ... I take my time to educate you on these things is that ignorance is not an excuse. So in my class, I try to lay down the rules, tell you what you're supposed to do the very first time, because I don't even want students to come and tell me that we are new in the school. There are ethics in every institution. So when you join that institution, it is your responsibility as a student to get to know the ethics. And one of the ethics is that as you join the virtual classroom on the Zoom, you should join with your official name and your index number. Let's assume you don't have your index number. I will pardon you, but I will never pardon a student that comes on my platform with 3 dots. I don't know whether when they come, they just join and leave, or they hear what is going on and they don't intend to change them. You cannot be called dots. And mind you, I assign groups. The Zoom application is going to assign groups to for you. And so if you are assigned and you are dot, I will not allow you to join that group. If you have Technophone, you will not be allowed to join that group. If you have phone names, if you have one single name, you will not be allowed to join the group. Even though that app will give you the group, I, the lecturer, I don't know you. How will I know that iPhone is Efua or Kwejo? So please, as I do this, I tell you to do the right thing. Letitia, Fusu, and Ibrahim, please mute your mics. So that is it. I will take my time and try to explain all these things to you, because I don't want that story I didn't know. So I will try as much as possible to let you know that you are supposed to do this, and then you do that. So center reps, make sure you educate your members. I know every center has created their own platform, so educate them so that they do the right things. All right, this is just by the way. All right, this is not a tradition in GCUC, but is a tradition for me. Anytime I meet my students, whether they are freshers or whether they are continuing students, we take two types of prayers. We take the Christian prayer and the Muslim prayer to usher us into the semester. And therefore, I would also want to do this here. No offense anyway. So please, if we have the chaplains and the imams, just raise your hand and usher us. This is our very first semester on GCUC campus. This is our very first semester as students. So you raise your hand and you will be given the opportunity to pray. Yes, I have entry Belinda. If you are.
We are praying. Father Lord, we thank you for this morning. We thank you for such an opportunity to join the class. We pray that you give us in-depth knowledge, and at the end of the course, everyone will be able to understand research methods. We pray committing today's lesson into your hands as well. Be our guide and see us through. In Jesus' name we pray with thanksgiving. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Belinda. So let's have the Imam who is going to lead us, with the Islamic prayer. Raise your hand and you'll be given the opportunity to do that in the next 1 minute. All right, so who is going to do that for us? We are ushering the semester into the hands of God. Who is going to do that for us? Who is going to do that for us? Okay, Lukman. I've seen Lukman's hand.
Okay, thanks for the opportunity, madam. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وسلم آمين.
Amen. Doris, in future, if you want to do concern, make sure that your microphone is muted before you can say whatever you are saying to whoever you want to say the thing to. All right. All right. My name is Krista OSEI-MENSAH. I'm from the Department of Physician Assistantship Studies. I'm here to do this with you for the semester research methods, and I will do it with Dr. Jabril. He's also around. Dr. Jabril is also around. So we'll be doing this with you for till the end of the semester. So at least you've seen my face a bit. All right. What I will let you people do for me is that I will let the reps, pause center reps, the center reps to introduce themselves. So Let me do this. So if wherever you find yourself, you have a stable network, please, when you unmute yourself, put on your video as well and introduce yourself. I would like to start with the Akem Oda rep. Akem Oda rep or reps. Some of the centers have more than one rep. Akem Oda, if the Akem Oda rep is here, all right.
Good morning, sister.
Please, when we come, don't greet. We have already greeted ourselves.
That's it.
Please,
Thank
you
you.
realize that I introduced my first name first.
Okay. I'm calling Sergey. Akimodan, coach rep.
Thank you. Asankregwa. Asankregwa.
Joshua Ayebo from Pom. Asankregwa.
Thank you.
Rep.
Keta. Keta.
Please, I am Jerry Mertens, Aziamadia, Keta Center, General Nursing. Thank you.
You're welcome. Koforidua rep.
Please, I'm Rosina Anabakiliga Koforidua rep.
Thank you. Kumasi Center.
Please, I'm Kingsley Ejabin Kojo, Kumasi Center.
Thank you. Takrady Center.
Please, I am Annabelle Ntiako, the Assistant Coach Rep, Takrady Center.
So where is your main rep?
This is that. I think
The
he's...
person is not even in class. A rep. They are not in class. Tamale Center.
I'm Fatih Abdulaziz, Tamale Center rep.
Thank you. Last but not the least, WA Center. WA. All right. So the WA Center rep is also not available. Let me see by show of hands the number of Akem Oda students that are on the platform. Akem Oda students. Akem Oda, just raise your hand. Akem Oda, just raise your hand. If you are from Akem Oda, let's see the number of students. There you are 15 at the moment. All right, you can lower your hands. Thank you. Welcome to Research Methods. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Put your hands down. All right, let's see by show of hands. Asankregwa Center students. Asanku Center students. Asankregwa Center students. Asankregwa. Asankregwa. Okay, thank you. Lower your hands, Asanku. Thank you. Okay, Keta. Keta. Students from Keta. Students from Keta. Students from Keta. Students from Keta. We have about 11. We have about 12, yes. Thank you. Lower your hands, Keta students. Keta students. You can lower your hands. Kumasi Center. You are all welcome. Kumasi Center. Kumasi Center. I always know that the Kumasi Center Kumasi Center. Yeah, it should even be more than this. Okay. Josephine Owusu-Mensah, Abigail, Evelyn, and Co. Please learn how to raise your hand at the participant session. Learn how to raise your hand there. You see, some of these things nobody is going to teach you. You have to find a way of learning them. Learn how to raise your hand at the participant session, because there will be a time that your group will be presenting and you need to raise your hand. And if you raise your hand in the chat box, it will not be counted. So please listen to this and make sure you do the right things. I've already told you that I will take my time. I always take my time to educate students. Thank you, Kumasi Center. Please lower your hands. So you use this day, today, when you have your free time, just try to open the free Zoom. There's always a 40 minutes or so Zoom app. On the app, you can do a 40 minutes free. Open that and learn some of all these things. It will help you, because personally, I don't know how to raise my hand. I don't know how to change my name. I don't know where to do this. It doesn't work here. So the ... man or the ... woman, you are still on this platform with ... and you've raised your hand as a student. No student was admitted in GCUC with ... Kumasi Center Rep, Kwejo, educate your classmates, because a lot of the corporates are coming from Kumasi Center. Those that have signed in with Zoom, those that have signed in with ... those that have signed in with their first names only, those that have signed in with their index numbers only, all of them are coming from Kumasi campus.
So I'll do that.
Please educate them, because for me, when I assign groups to students and you don't get a group, I don't take excuse. I have to tell you the truth. That I am ... I was present. I don't take it. If you even raise your hand to ask a question, I don't dignify you with an answer, because this is not about I don't know how to do it. Learn how to do it, and you can learn it now and change it, instead of coming in with ... and staying there as if it is no man's business. I'm just telling you. All right. So let's see the Takrade campus. Takrade campus, Takrade campus, Takrade campus. You are all welcome to research method class. Thank you. Please put your hands down. So far, Takrade campus, I think all of them have their names there. You can put your hands down for me, Takrade campus. Yes, Takrade campus, lower your hands. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Koforidua Center. I don't know whether I call them Koforidua Center. If you are coming to Selma's phone, iPhone, it is called. The way you were able to write Selma means that you can add your surname. So please remove Selma's iPhone and write Selma so and so. Because you have been able to do that, you can do it. All right, so Takrade, let's see. Takrady have one default. Portia, learn how to raise your hand at the participants column. Takrady have two. Takrady have three deviants. They even have Techno. Techno is not a human being. All right, so thank you, Takrady. Put your hands down. This thing that I'm doing, people will think that this woman is wasting time. This is my first lecture. I laid down the rules. I move and I don't come back to talk about rules again. That's why I'm taking my time to do this. When I start rolling, I roll. I don't come back to, so this is Kufuridua, all right. Kufuridua Center, you're all welcome. Please lower your hands, lower your hands, lower your hands. Let's see Kufuridua, 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 Kufuridua. All right, I think for Kufuridua, those that have raised their hands so far have conformed. Let's stay conformed. Please lower your hands, Kufuridua. I'm done with you. You are welcome. You are welcome to the course. You are welcome to the course. All right, Kufuridua. All these things is just a dress rehearsal for you to maneuver your way out. All right, thank you, Kufuridua. Now to Tamale. Tamale, Poku Dankwamata, you don't have any business unmuting yourself in my class and disturbing. Tamale, let's see your hands. Tamale. Tamale, 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 Tamale. Yes, Tamale. All right. Tamale, you are 17. I know you are more than this. One of the center students that don't like attending lectures. Tamale. They don't like attending lectures. They will always say network issues and so forth. Please do better. You are all welcome to research methods. Please lower your hands. Thank you, Tamale. Tamale, and when they do that, it also reflects in their end of semester examinations. Tamale, so Tamale Rep Fati, make sure you educate your classmates that attending lectures is very important. All right, then last but not the least, WAS Center, they too, they don't like attending lectures. Even their rep was nowhere to be found when we started the lectures. I don't know whether the rep is now on the platform. WAS Center. WAS Center. All right. You, thank you. You're welcome. Please lower your hands. Lower your hands, 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 lower your hands. All right, thank you all, and you're all welcome to Garden City University. On behalf of the Dean of the School of Health and Allied Sciences, the head of Department for Nursing and Midwifery, and Dr. Jabril Tijani, and my humble self, I welcome you all to Garden City University, especially to the research methods class. We are going to be rolling and doing this till the end of the semester. Every Saturday, 7 a.m., you log on onto the Zoom. with your official name and index number. With your official name. You see, today I will say that today is the first week. I will pretend and pardon anyone that is yet to change their names from the phone names or their house local names or their single names to their official names. And because of this, as is my normal practice, I would have assigned you to groups. But today I will defer that because I figure it out that there are some people who are even new to the Zoom. And so I will give you the benefit of doubt this week. And then I pray that as you go through the process this week, you will learn. You will learn to do some of these things. It is necessary. It is not part of research methods. I will not stop teaching research methods and come and teach you how to change your name from the phone or just one single. Those of you that have one single names and just index numbers, it means that you know how to do it. It's either you were lazy, careless, or you think that let me just use one name. Meanwhile, I took my time yesterday and sent you how to go about some of these things on the Research Methods platform. If you are not on that platform, find yourself there. One of the reps should be responsible enough to share whatever information I have put there when you see that a lot of people have joined. Because when they join, whatever information that was there, they will not know. So one rep should take it upon him or herself to make sure that when new people join, especially the few things to note, put them on the platform so they know. The course outline that I sent to you, you also put it there so they will also know what is going on. It's very necessary. In my course, ignorance is never an excuse. As for the link, I don't share the link. The university gives you the link on that your main platform. So Isaac, go there, look for it, and join. But I personally also did you a favor by just couching only research method, and I've also put it on that platform. It will be there till we finish the semester. And this link is the link you will be using all the time. Please find somewhere and pin that link. Find somewhere and pin that. You see, I'm taking my time to say all these things because I know I've been with students. I've been with students for a very long time. And I know how you students come in with excuses. Things that you have been told, you pretend you don't know, and you come with excuses. And because of this, I take it upon myself and I make sure that things that are important to me, things that are so dear to me, I put them on the platform. So it is your responsibility to read them. Read them. And please do the right thing. It's very, very, very important. If you adhere to all that I say, you will find me very pleasant to be with. But if you are that type that careless about important things, and then you find me very unpleasant, because I believe that discipline is also part of the formal schooling system. And all of us here are professionals. We belong to the noble profession. And even in your profession, you have ethics. So is education. And Garden City University is not exceptional. You have to go through all the formalities that goes on in schools. The only thing is that you are not walking to the school to have your sessions. You have the privilege to lie on your bed. You have the privilege to be working even in the market to join the class. But when you join, give all of us the respect by staying mute. By staying mute. By staying mute. Make sure you stay mute. Let me also use this opportunity to educate ourselves with the chat. The chat is there for us. Sometimes some people find it difficult with network. And so when they are talking, it doesn't come. So the chat box is for people to ask questions, is for people to seek clarification, is for people to even sometimes make contributions. The chat box is not for unnecessary things. Just now somebody wrote, the WAA students are there. Madam, where are they? What is the meaning of that sentence? Please. Sometimes when you are new to certain things, you abuse them. So please, Rosina, when you place the link here, how would the people that don't have the link see and join? So placing the link on the Zoom link is a no. Place the link where they will see and join, because your target population or the people that you intend for them to use the link, they are actually not here. They need the link outside here to be able to bring it. So please, just so you know. All right. Having said that, I have still realized that people still have Zoom, they have iPhones. I don't know whether iPhone users don't know how to change their names, or I don't know whether sometimes they just want everybody to know that they are using iPhones. Me, I have no idea. And Efia Bay. Hey, some of you there, I don't understand you. Vidash. Efia Vidash. You are here boldly. You don't change. Next week, you will not get a group. You will be there and be forming the Ashtown people will say share. All right. So this morning, what is our business here this morning? I hope everybody can see the slide that I've shared. If you can't see the slide, please, it might be your network. And networks, we have no control of. So if you are having issues with your network, just study where you are and then make sure you get a network that is responsive to your needs. As for networks, we have no control of. So please, this my network is not stable, please help me. We can't help you because even the host sometimes get unstable network. Even the lecturer sometimes get unstable network. So let's take note of this. All right, let's roll. The course is NURS 379. I call it Introduction to Research Methods. Your department call it Research Methods. You realize that many a times learners are of the view that research is difficult and technical, and therefore, because of this, most of you block your minds and you have the feeling that getting understanding of the concept of research is difficult at the BSc level. And some of you also have the feeling that carrying out good research work is impossible. But please, let's see how it goes, because research, this is the basics. You need this basic foundation to build on. And therefore, my learners, this course, Research Methods, introduces you to the fundamentals of research in such a way that it will help you, the learner, in writing your research project work during and after your training. So what you need to understand is that this research method is not only for you to chew and pour and pass exams, but this research method is going to enable you conduct a good research work in partial fulfillment of a Bachelor of Science degree in nursing. And also when you go about your normal duties as a nurse, you can also confidently conduct research to put your profession at the limelight. And therefore, this course I have, if you look at the course outline that I have sent to you, you realize that I have structured the course in units, 6 units. And under the 6 units, some of them have 5 sessions or 6 sessions. If all of the units have 6 sessions, it will be 36 sessions. So you have 6 units, 36 sessions. And the first unit, we will look at Introduction to Research, where we will talk about the definition of research. We will look at the types of research, 1, 2, 3. We'll look at the importance of research, and then the nursing research. The second unit will deal with the process, the research process, where we try to identify the research problem and topic, where we will discuss justification and problem statements. We will also look at the purpose of the study and objectives of the study, then talk about the limitations and delimitation of a study. Then we look at proposal writing 1 and 2. Then the unit 3 will take care of the literature review, where we will try to look at the sources of literature review material, how to search for theoretical literature and empirical literature, the challenges in reviewing literature, and how to write literature review. Then the unit 4 will zoom into the research methods. Here we will talk about the 2 main methods, the quantitative and the qualitative method. We also have the privilege of looking at some critical issues in research methodology. We also look at ethical issues in research, and then end it with sampling and sampling technique, of which you would have done that in biostatistics. Then we will look at the Unit 5, where we'll talk about data collection and analysis. So we look at data collection method for both the quantitative and the qualitative method. We'll look at data analysis for both the qualitative and quantitative method, where we look at the descriptive data analysis as well as inferential. Then with the qualitative, we look at thematic analysis as well as transcribing and coding issues. And then we draw the curtain on the Unit 6 with writing the research report. So we will deal with the chapters as they come. And then finally, we will talk about referencing and citation. So this is what. Now, the coursework, you will form groups of 3, and this should be based on the center you find yourself, as well as the research interest. Those groups that you are going to form will be the very group that you are going to use in your 4th year to write your project work in partial fulfillment of a Bachelor of Science degree in nursing. So if, let's assume, at Sankregwa, they are 15, it means that you get your 333 without any H. But if you are 17, you get 3 each, and the last group will be 2. And the last group will be 2. I want to repeat this. You get 3 and the last group will be 2. If you do 3 and you realize that you have 4, it means that the last 2 groups will be 2 each. Nobody, no center should bring me 4 people in a group. The maximum is 3, the minimum is 2. Please take note, reps, because most of the time you are the people that even stress more than the students themselves. Because when the students push you, you are not able to deliver the rule to them, and you come and they say, Madam, they are 4, what should we do? When they are 4, they become pairs, 2. When they are 5, it's 3-2. Please, let's take note of that. And as you pair yourself according to centers, don't cross any center. Don't cross any center. The best you can do for yourself is to ask the August people if you can cross. So center can cross by batches. It means that if August they have 2 at Asankregwa and Asankregwa has 1 person standing, that person can join the August group. But Asankregwa can't join Akim Odan because when you are defending it, it will be tough for you. If the person from Odan decides to pair with 2 people at Asankregwa, it means that you have to travel all the way from Odan to Asanku to come and do your defense. So please stay within your center and make sure that you also get people that are serious. Then as you group yourselves, then you can also get yourself a topic, a doable topic that the 3 of you can do. This topic, when you bring it and it's taken to your department, that is the topic you will be working on in final year. So choose wisely. And in the course of as you proceed and you bring the names and the topic, you will write a proposal based on an outline that will be given to you as part of your continuous assessment for research. And in this course, we will have group work and class presentation. Next week, God willing, I will assign you to groups. you belong to a group, and the group can have group assignments. So please, let me just say this. The groups that will be assigned to, it is the Zoom app that is going to assign you to groups. And therefore, know how to join a group when you are assigned automatically by the Zoom app. It will pop up on your device and you will tap to join. When you join, you belong to the group. An official list from my end. After you've done that, you screenshot the group and send it to me. After that, I will compile the list diligently by myself and come and put it on the platform. Apart from that list that I will put there, if your name doesn't appear on that list, it means you don't have a group. No rep will be able to assign you a group. The group is assigned by myself. I want to repeat this. No rep will be able to assign you a group. The best that the reps can do is to compile a list of students with no group and forward them to me, and at my convenience, I will assign the student groups. So if you don't have a group and you don't wait for me to give you a group and you go and join a group by yourself, you do that at your own detriment, because I will have the master list. So you can join a group. When we are doing a group presentation and you raise your hand, you'll be told that you are not part of the group. So make sure when you don't have the group, you wait patiently for the course lecturer to assign you to a group. Yes, this is a new class. Sometimes new members join. They will also be taken care of in due course. Then aside the group work, there will be class work. There will be a morning, Saturday morning like this, that you come on the platform and you will be asked to go into your groups manually. Then the work will be given to you and you will do the work. You will have say stop work, and then you will submit the work that same period. That is what we call class work. It is doable. People have been doing it, so you can also do it. Then at the end of the semester, I expect that you should be able to demonstrate knowledge and understanding of research, and this should be evidenced by your ability to identify and critique one research definition and discuss the various differences in the various research definitions. Then you should also be able to describe the research process, and this should be evidenced by your ability to identify a research problem and derive a topic from the research problem. And then you should also be able to demonstrate evidence of knowledge by searching for appropriate literature. And then you should be able to critically explain the types of methodology. Then, as we move on, you should be able to collect and analyze data in a meaningful way and write a good research report based on recommended outline. What are your expectations to this course? I always tell students that whenever you have attending a course, whenever you have the opportunity to school, you should go with expectations. So in this research method course, what is your expectation? Raise your hand, you'll be given access, then you can tell me about your expectation. Yes, Godwin?
Thank you very much, Madam. One of my expectations is that at the end of the course, the research method, I would be able, as a nurse with some experience, to be able to conduct basic research in my facility as to how certain things are occurring, probably which maybe. So for me, I find myself in an endoscopy unit where I work with an endoscopy gastroenterologist. So for instance, after a while, I realized that conditions such as peptic ulcer, cancers and the others, why they keep occurring in a particular age group. So I would be very interested to learn research so that I could be able to do some basic research on some of these issues. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We'll see how it goes. Yes, Derry. Derry, your hand is up. You have been given access to unmute yourself. So unmute yourself and then talk. All right, let's listen to Isaac. I think Derry is not ready. Let's listen to Isaac.
Okay, sir, please, good morning.
I am not sir, I am Krista. I'm a female.
And thank you for this opportunity. Please, at the end of this course, I want to be seen as one of the greatest research tycoons in the health industry. And as a matter of fact, I want to also, by the end of this course, be able to research into conditions, then put the health fraternity at a very high level in terms of research. Thank you.
Thank you, and I hope you will have that. Yes, Rita, your hand is up. You have been given the access to speak. Rita, unmute yourself and talk. That one too is a challenge. Yes, Cornelius, unmute yourself and talk.
Good morning, madam.
Please, when you come, don't greet anybody. We have greeted ourselves since.
All right. This Cornelius, class rep for WA Center. After this research, I want to have the opportunity to conduct research on meningitis within the Upper West Municipal, because the occurrence of meningitis within is too rampant. So I want to gather the knowledge after this research to be able to conduct a research regarding that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Cornelius. Yes, Rita?
That my expectation
is just that your network is bad. You can type it in the chat box, Rita. All right, thank you. Yes. Achilo Kwaza. I hope I mentioned the name well. Please unmute yourself and talk.
Thank you for the.
Your network is bad, please. Your network is bad. Please type it in the chat box. Some of you, I don't know what is wrong with you. That is why we disabled almost everything. Yes, Sandra, unmute yourself and talk. Let's listen to Salome. You can unmute yourself and talk, Salome.
Please, thank you. At the end of the research course, there is rampant rate of diabetes and hypertension cases at my facility in Sekuma. So I'm looking forward to conduct a good research work about that condition. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So as you do this, I believe that we will be able to do some of these things. Now, when it comes to research, people have misunderstandings, people have misconceptions, people have fears when it comes to research. Michael says, I expect to be able to identify problems in nursing field and use research to solve them. Okay, let's see how it goes. So, do you have any misunderstandings, any misconceptions? What are your fears when it comes to research methods? What are some of the misconceptions that you've heard about research? What are your fears? What do you fear most when it comes to research? Yes, let's listen to Christopher.
Madam, the fear I have about research is that research is very difficult.
Okay, let's see whether you have a different view as we roll into the semester. Yes, Godwin? Yes, Godwin, you have been unmuted. Unmute yourself and talk.
Okay, Madam, one of the things I realize is the literature. That's that area of research where you would have to depend on materials and other sources to be able to make your research work. So it's also an area where I find very a little bit challenging. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's see how it goes in future. Yes, Rita, you have been given the opportunity to talk.
Hey, sister, please, my fear on research was how to collect the data, analyze, and also depend on the quantitative and qualitative method. That's the fear that I have.
Let's see how it goes in future. All right, Naomi, your hand is up.
So please, my fear or my misconception is that research is tedious. It's so tedious, and also defending it at the end of the day. That's my fear.
Okay, yes, Bruce, your hand is up. Let's hear you, Bruce.
Okay, madam, please. My fear is about the group work. Usually it becomes very difficult working in the group. Previously at the diploma level, we had some challenges, especially when you are put in a group where you don't have people supporting your work. So that is my major fear.
As for groupings, you cannot rule it out. Even your profession, you work in teams. So you need to look at the group dynamics. You don't expect a faculty, if you are currently you are 760. If all of you are nurses here, you are 760. We are already have 800 plus there. So if we decide to say that everybody should do their project alone, where are you going to get the faculty to help you? So for group work, that's why I said choose wisely. And the most interesting thing is that you don't even know yourself. So sometimes you just choose a person and the person becomes a pain in the neck. We all experience that at some point. Yes, Linda, your hand is up.
Okay, sister. Sometimes you have to go to the field to collect data from people. And mostly they are not willing to give you accurate information. So it makes the research work very tedious. Thank you.
Okay. These are limitations. Mary, your hand is up.
Madam, research is very expensive. It's very expensive to conduct a research work.
Okay. Amma, I hope your name is Amma. Gifty, Amma. Okay.
Hello, sister. Okay, so for me, research is time-consuming and stressful. As well, and the misconception is also that I was at first I thought it was for just scientists and academics, but I realized that nurses, health professionals are also to do research.
Okay. Yes, Jennifer. Jennifer.
Okay, sister. Sister. Mine is
Jennifer, you are on the floor. Speak. You don't need to hear my voice before you speak.
okay, sister. Mine is also the research is difficult. Like it's not understandable. Thank you.
Let's see how it goes. All right. Please, nobody should raise their hand again. Annabelle.
Sister, I learned that research is only for scientists and it's very boring.
Let's see if research is boring. Okay, Ramatu. Ramatu Ibrahim. Please unmute yourself and talk. The moment I mention your name, it means I've given you access. Let's go to Amankwa Nana Akusuya.
Okay, sister, please, my misconception or my misunderstanding or the challenges I have about research is that it's very expensive, tedious, and when it comes to the quantitative parts, the participants are not even willing to give you accurate information. That is my challenge. Thank you.
Wow. Let's see how it goes. Mavis. Mavis.
Okay, thank you, madam. My fear of the business is the referencing aspect and the literature. That's where I have fear in. Thank you.
Thank you. Derry. Derry. Let's listen to Derry. Derry, I don't know whether it's your network. You've unmuted yourself, but you are not talking. Let's listen to Luke. Luke Ansa.
So please, my fear is that developing a research topic and then being stuck in the middle, you are not able to move forward. That is my fear.
All right, let's see how it goes. Yes, Judith. Yes, Judith.
Sister, please, even though we did research at the diploma level, but the whole course is somehow not understandable. So one of my expectations is by the end of this course, I will understand the whole concept about research so that I can conduct a very good one.
Thank you. All right. Thank you all. Let's look at those in the chat as well. Vera says research is time consuming. Christopher says mine has to do with the fact that research is expensive. Pastor says that I've always had challenges with referencing and I expect to reference any research work adequately. Rosina says another challenge is that conducting research is expensive. My fear, Priscilla says, my fear is conducting research is stressful. Ebenezer, please put your hand down. I don't deal with students with just one names. I told you from the beginning, you get the heat. I will, let's see. Theophilus says, my fear is the group you fall into. It can delay your research and sometimes cause a lot of chaos. My second fear is all the research tutors I've met are not very tolerable, and I hope and pray you become the best tutor for me. Thank you. It also depends on your cooperation, gentlemen. Research is expensive, and after conducting it, it becomes useless. Really? The research is expensive and it becomes easy. The charts Oh, yes, analyzing research using qualitative data is also challenge. Fear of research, my fear is sometimes people make it difficult. I hope and pray that as we tag along, all our fears, all our agitations, all our misconceptions will be cleared. I also believe and pray that our expectations will be met, that at the end of it all, we will enjoy the sessions as we roll along. And having said that, let's look at what research is. And thus, I will also come to you again, asking you in your own way. I know you people did research. It is called research techniques at the diploma level. In your own way, when somebody meets you and says, Eva, Theresa, Gloria, Laurentia, Lily, Redeemer, what is research? What will you tell the person? When somebody meets you and says, Kwajo, what is research? What will you tell the person? What research is? Yes, Rita, your hand is up.
Sister, please, research is the process of studying into a problem, a systematic process of studying into a problem.
All right, Annabelle, let's hear you. Let's hear Annabelle.
Please, to my understanding, research is the creation of new knowledge or the use of already existing knowledge to create new knowledge for more understanding.
All right, let's listen to Gifty.
Okay, so from my understanding, research involves gathering data and as well analyzing evidence. And based on the gathering of data, you draw conclusion and develop new theories for it.
All right, let's listen to Iliasu. Let's listen to Iliasu. I don't have much time, so when I give you the opportunity and you have issues, I look for the other person. Yes, let's listen to William. Williams, let's listen to you.
Sister, I would say research is a systematic method of identifying and solving problems.
All right, so let's listen to Comfort.
Hello, sister. Research is a systematic process of studying something to discover new information or facts.
Let's listen to Ibrahim Sukura. If Ibrahim is not ready, let's listen to Jessica. Jessica.
Okay, sister, please. Research is the process of obtaining information in order to understand an already occurred or occurring phenomenon.
Okay, let's listen to Yusuf.
Okay, thank you, madam. I think research is a scientific method that is used to collect the data and analyze the data you have collected to solve the problem. Thank you.
All right, let's listen to Sandra Jemfi.
Sister, I think research is identifying an occurring problem and finding ways in solving it, and also
All
giving
right.
out. Thank you.
Let's listen to Aisha too.
Please, it's investigation to discover facts, identifying and solving problems.
I hope you people are not searching to read for me. I said in your own ways. Abel, let's listen to Abel.
Madam, to me, research is about identifying a problem in the community or in a society, then being able to find lasting solutions to that.
All right, Victoria.
Okay, sister. Research is a scientific study that is pursued to discover theories and concepts based on new facts.
All right, thank you. Let's listen to Jew.
All right, sister, to me, I would say research is the use of procedures or the systematic way of studying a topic or a problem with the aim of discovering new facts or revising facts and
Okay,
theories.
let's
Thank
listen
you.
to Selena.
Please, I think it's the systematic approach in finding problems and developing facts to solve the problem. Thank you.
All right, let's listen to Ruth.
Please, research is a systematic process of investigation and subject to discover new information.
All right, let's listen to Stephen.
Research is an extensive investigation into facts, theories, and applications.
Let's listen to Comfort.
Okay, research, in my definition, is a search of knowledge into a particular problem in our environment, and then how to go about it with a scientific or systematic method.
Let's listen to Brenda.
To my understanding, research is a process of steps used to collect and analyze information to increase our understanding of a topic or issue.
All right, let's listen to Fatih.
Research is raised by collecting and analyzing data to a specific problem by using including use surveys, experiments, interviews, observations, and other things.
Okay, let's listen to Evelyn. Evelyn has the floor. Emmanuel says research is a systematic way of discovering and validating information. Sylvia says research is. Let's listen. Evelyn is not ready. Let's listen to Andrews. Let's listen to Andrews.
Research is a systematic approach for collecting, gathering facts, and analyzing data in solving problems.
Okay, let's listen to Richard.
Okay, research, in my own understanding, is the process of investigating and interpreting issues and the solution to problems.
Okay, let's listen to Cornelius.
In my own way, research is the process of investigating and inquiring knowledge about the occurrence of a particular problem and how to gather facts to solve that problem.
Okay, let's listen to Sadia. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam.
Please, to my knowledge about research is collecting problem or investigating into problems, analyzing and reaching a new conclusion to the problem.
Okay, let's listen to Kenneth. Thank you. Okay, let's move to Janet. Let's move to Janet.
So, research, in my opinion, is a systematic process of collecting, analyzing, and making conclusions on a data with the motive of solving a problem.
Okay, let's listen to David.
Okay, madam. Research is a systematic process of investigating a topic to arrive at a conclusion.
Okay, let's listen to Mawufemo. Mawufemo. Where is she? She's missing. Let's listen to Comfort.
Mr. Please, to my understanding, research is learning something new and then improving on problem-solving skills.
Okay, let's listen to Emilia.
Problem. Getting new fact. Research is identifying a problem. Getting a new.
Let's listen to Emilia.
Please, sister, research is the systematic method of finding facts on a subject and also getting more insight on that subject to solve problems. Thank you.
Okay, let's listen to Esther.
Please, research is the systematic process through which we solve problems such as describing, understanding, and explaining.
All right, let me listen to Rhoda and Frank. Rhoda and Frank. So Rhoda speaks, Frank speaks, and I'm done. The rest of you put it in the chat box so others can see it. Rhoda, you have been given access.
Identifying a problem and finding a solution to it through a systematic way.
Yes, Frank, let's listen to you.
Okay. Research is a process of systematically investigating a topic.
Okay, so Docker says it's a systematic method of seeking out answers. Pepra says, Amu says, research can simply be referred to as a scientific way of finding more information. Portia says it's a systematic effort to gain information. Betting says research is the process of identifying a problem and analyzing the problem. Looking at what you've said, what you've written, all of us coming into the study or this sessions, we all have an idea of what research is. The commonest among all the ideas are that it is systematic. So everybody knows that research is systematic. Everybody knows that it is a process. Everybody knows that it is done to identify certain things and look out for solutions. So it tells me that as we have all come together, we all have some ideas with what research is. Much as we have misconceptions, much as we have fears, much as we have agitations, much as we have so many questions that need answers, we still believe and know that research is a systematic something which goes into a process. And this process basically is used to investigate or identify a problem and then find solutions to those problems. It's good that all of us have these basic foundations, and as we progress to build on the foundation, I believe that some or most or all of our misconceptions and fears will be cleared. This morning, I present to you L. Robert Barbie. L. Robert Barbie, who was an American sociologist, and he said that research is a systematic inquiry to describe, to explain, to predict, and control the observed phenomenon. A sociologist believes that research is not only a systematic inquiry, but it is a systematic inquiry to describe a phenomenon, to explain a phenomenon, and to predict and control. And for him, coming from the sociological viewpoint, he believes that research also involves what we call the inductive and deductive methods. The inductive and deductive methods. And when we say a research is inductive, we are looking at the situation where the research begins with a question, an observation. You look at the patterns, and then you have a tentative hypothesis, and then you draw your theory, or you bring out the theory coming from the inductive approach, where you use your observations to generate hypotheses and theories. Then with the deductive research, here the approaches are usually driven. You need a confirmation. There is a theory, there is a hypothesis, and then observation, and you need a confirmation. You need a confirmation. Somebody is seriously painting my slides. And so when we say inductive research methods, they are used to analyze observed events. We analyze the observation, want to analyze them, and then have its hypothesis and come out with theory. Then with the deductive approach, there is already hypothesis theories in existence, and we want to verify the observation. Now, Stenhouse, Stevenson, and Slezner says that research is the manipulation of things, concepts, or symbols for the purpose of generalizing to extend, so to correct or verify knowledge, whether that knowledge aids in construction of theory or in the practice of an art. This is very deep. This definition is very deep. The manipulation of things. As you tag along, as you collect your data, as you decide to analyze the data, you realize that it is nothing but just manipulation of things. Just manipulation of symbols with the purpose, because I have this data, I need to make this data meaningful. How do I go about it to make data meaningful for me. How do I go about it to make data meaningful for me? Then Alakawi says that, wait a minute. For research, it should be systematic. Whatever that involves research should be systematic. Not only that, it should make sense. It should be logical. It should be systematic. It should be logic. It should make sense. It should have empirical inquiry. I am going out there to do the systematic things to ensure that I have gone into it to verify, to produce a verifiable knowledge. So somebody wakes up and the person says that watching television makes someone obese, and you want to actually test this hypothesis that watching television makes someone obese, you need to go through a systematic logic, empirical inquiry, so that at the end of it all, you will produce a verifiable knowledge. Yes, you are at the hypertensive clinic and you've realized that persons living with hypertension comes with complications, which suggests that they are not adhering to drug therapy regimen. They are not adhering to lifestyle modification, and you want to go into research. Somebody, when the person was speaking, the person said that people get peptic ulcers, and you are interested, you are curious, you want to go through that systematic way. You want to go through that systematic way to find facts, to verify whether what is happening, to come out with a verifiable knowledge that this peptic ulcer that is happening more in persons age so and so to so and so. It's happening more among females. It's happening more due to 1, 2, 3. And so you go through that systematic, logical, empirical inquiry so as to get to know the possible relationship among particular phenomenon. Dorina, please stop painting my slides. Nobody does that. Why are you screenshotting? You will get the slides anyway. To produce a verifiable result. And therefore, we will say that research is painstakingly searched, carried out systematically in attempt to find an answer to new problems. What are the new problems that are surfacing in the health sector? What are we doing about these new problems? What are we doing about these illnesses that were previously the property of older adults, but it has surfaced in younger adults and even children? So we need to conduct a research to find an answer to new problems. We have to also conduct research to understand existing problems. What are the existing problems? Hypertension, diabetes, lack of compliance, and all those things. What are we doing about it? Sometimes we just enter into research as mere curiosity. Like someone said, I am interested in looking at issues in my department, issues that I am interested. I want to find out things. Somebody says that meningitis in why I am curious, I am interested. I want to find out things. And then sometimes you are also thirsty to get new knowledge, and you realize that the only way that you can increase your knowledge is also to do a little bit of research. And so research is carried out systematically in an attempt to find answer to new problems, find solution or understand existing problems out of mere curiosity, and to broaden one's knowledge or your desire or the need to get more knowledge on something. And therefore, we say that most of the time, research is problem-oriented. Most of the time, it is prompted by a question or a problem for which an answer or a solution is solved. And in all this, you should realize or you should note that it will involve a systematic critical observation, whether is a qualitative method or whether it is a quantitative method. Whichever way you find it, you will realize that you need to do a critical observation in order to arrive at your solutions you are seeking for. And so we say that research seeks to answer and discover cutting-edge questions such as who is involved, the what is involved, the where, the when, and the why. The epidemiologists will tell you that they are the 5 C's. The who is involved. If I'm talking about meningitis, if I'm talking about peptic ulcer, if I'm talking about gastric intestinal diseases, who are the people that are involved? What seems to be the problem? Where are they getting it from? When does these things occur? And why do they occur? And then finally, you ask yourself, how? How is it going to be done? And therefore, anytime you set yourself to talk about research or to conduct a research, these basic questions should be in your mindset as you tag along to unravel mysteries and to bring out verifiable knowledge where you can say that, yes, I have done this, and per what has been done, this and this and this brings out this. That is research. There are other different authors when it comes to research. There are so many of them. I just brought you 3. I brought you Alakawi. I brought you Strexner and Slexga. I brought you L. Robert Barbie. He is a sociologist. I intentionally brought a research definition from the sociological viewpoint. Most of the things that we do as nurses emanate from the sociological viewpoint. I just want to introduce the types of research to us. We have research according to the application of the study. according to the aim of the research, according to the mode of inquiry, and according to the research approach. Your research, whenever somebody can conduct a research with the application of the research, the aim of the research, the mode of inquiry, and the research approach. If you are looking at the according to the research, according to the application perspective, a research can be basic research or an applied research. Coming from the aims of the research can be a descriptive research, analytical research, or an explanatory research. Coming from the mode of inquiry, the research that you are conducting can be quantitative research or qualitative research. So somebody can organize a basic descriptive research using quantitative research, which is the mode of inquiry. And then according to the aims of the research approach, that study, the person can say that I am conducting whatever I want to look at, whatever I want to research into. I'm coming from the basic research approach where it will be descriptive in nature, but then it is a cross-sectional, so descriptive cross-sectional, and I will be using the quantitative research. So realize that if you look at that person's story, it means that the person has from the research the person is doing is from the application perspective right to the aims of the research approach. The methodology or the mode of inquiry is there. I'm conducting a basic research, which is descriptive in nature, and it is a cross-sectional research or a conceptual research or an empirical research or a longitudinal research. What I would do is that I wouldn't want to go much further, but from the research application perspective, what is a basic research? This type of research is conducted to increase knowledge. This type of research is conducted to increase knowledge. People call it theoretical research, others call it fundamental research, others call it pure research. But whichever way you call it, whichever way you see it, it is conducted to increase knowledge. And therefore, anytime you are interested in conducting a research, pause and ask yourself, do I want to increase knowledge or I want to find solutions to practical problems? It brings us to what we call the applied research. Normally, the applied research uses the basic research as its base. You've gone to find out that persons living with diabetes lack self-management. You have done a basic research and somebody builds on this knowledge and try to find solutions to them, how these persons living with diabetes, how would they or how should they manage themselves? So somebody goes into an applied research so that they will find solutions to the problems. And with applied research, there is the need for you to apply the results immediately. You found out that if they do 1 or 2, 1, 2, 3, it will solve the situation. You need to apply them. An example of an applied research is experimental research. You see, it is experimental research. That is why everybody felt that or feels that research is for the scientists. They go into these experimental researches to find solutions. The pregnant women, the SPP that they take, there was an experimental research on that. The 442 that we take for malaria treatment, there was an experimental study on that. And then when you find out that these works, you apply them immediately. We don't have much time, and I don't intend to be pushing plenty things on you. So I will not push further. I'll give the opportunity for you people to either make some contributions or seek for clarification. Any questions at this point? Yes, Christopher.
Oh, thank you, madam. Please, madam, I want you to clarify the basic and the applied research of the field.
The basic research is done to increase knowledge, and the applied research is done to find solutions. And most of the time, the basis, that is the basic research, serves as a base upon which the applied research is done. Yes, Cornelius, your hand is up.
Madam, it's about the two types of research, the basic and the applied. Yes, shortly, per my understanding, the basic one is done to increase knowledge about the occurrence of a particular or the happening of something. But the basic one deals with after you've acquired the knowledge, you now look for solutions, then you apply it. Madam, am I making sense?
I don't know, because I've heard basic twice. So I don't know.
Yes. So like I mean after you acquire knowledge or you acquire knowledge with the basic. So when it comes to apply research, you now you analyze the solutions. After getting the solutions, you now apply.
Where did you get the
solution.
solutions from?
You yourself, after you search, let's assume the basic one is about increasing your knowledge about that particular problem. So after you acquire knowledge on it, so the apply one is now telling us that you now apply that knowledge to solve the problem.
Cornelius, take your time and understand the two things.
Yes.
Read more. Read more. Don't confuse yourself. Basic research is to increase knowledge. So somebody goes to do an observational study, find something and says that persons living with diabetes find problems managing themselves. That's self-care. They have challenges doing that. This is what the person has found out. Somebody reads the research and feels that, hey, if this is the situation, let's conduct a study that will find solutions. That will find solutions to this problem. So basic research, you increase knowledge. Applied research, you find solutions to problems. And we are saying that the base, that knowledge that you've gone to increase, somebody uses that knowledge as a base to conduct an experimental study or case studies to find solutions to that knowledge you have increased, or to that knowledge you've come across, or to whatever information you brought across. Somebody is basing their experiment on this. Somebody goes and finds out that children from birth or from 6 weeks to 1 year get malaria and anemia. And somebody says that I want to prevent children from getting malaria and anemia. What should I do? The person can conduct an experimental study and get children who will be taking daily iron supplementation, iron supplementation and intermittent malaria treatment once every month, and get other people who will not be going through all these things and study them for a period of time. And if the person finds out that this works, if you actually give children from 6 weeks to 1 year as they attend the EPI, the child welfare for immunizations, when you give them this monthly malaria treatment and daily iron supplementation of iron, it will prevent them from getting malaria and anemia. It will be applied. But realize that the person that conducted that applied research actually used that information or that knowledge that the research, the basic research brought. So basic research is solely to increase knowledge. And this is what you people do in partial fulfillment of a Bachelor of Science degree in nursing. We all do basic research to increase knowledge. Then somebody who is doing a PhD or somebody who has funding, most of the time, go into these applied researches to get solutions. So you take your time and you read white. You'll get it more.
Well understood, madam.
Yes, let me take Nana Kosua. My time is almost up. I have just 5 minutes. Let me take one. Next week, when I come, I will start from the basic again. I will just start from the basic and then we talk. I've seen somebody asking about cross-section. I didn't even reach there. I didn't explain. I just mentioned them. So take your time. You explain all. Yes, just one. Nana Kosua, then we are done. We don't have time. Yes.
Sister, please, my question is...
Yes, somebody says, so basic research can be used to conduct applied research. Yes, it serves as a base.
Sister, please, my question is, can there be an applied research without a basic research? And
you see, I don't know where you people, your confusion is coming from. I am not saying that when you do applied basic research, go and do applied research. I am telling you that there are 2 types of research per application of the study. And so your research can either be a basic research where you want to increase knowledge. You can conduct a research which is basic where you want to increase knowledge, or you can conduct an applied research where you want to find solutions. I only mentioned that the basic research because somebody has increased knowledge, the basic research serves as a baseline. Let me add the line to it. It just serves as a baseline. So somebody can decide to conduct an applied research because the person has some information from the basic research. So we are saying that it is not you, Krista, that is going to conduct both basic and applied research. No. I'm just giving you information that basic research can serve as a baseline, because somebody has gone to increase knowledge and found out facts that people are not doing this, and that if they do this 1, 2, 3, it will help out. So somebody who is interested in your, if they do 1, 2, 3, that it will help out, would want to actually see if that 1, 2, 3 can solve the problem. So the person uses your information, that primary research, that knowledge you have increased. That person uses that to go into an experimental study to find solution, to make sure that whatever you are proposing is actually the solution and it will work. I wish I have more time. I have just 2 minutes. So let's hang this on. You also go and read about basic and applied research. When we come next Saturday, God willing, we will start from there, basic and applied. Please pay attention when I am teaching. I said an experimental research is an example of applied research. Please pay attention. Some of you, when we are teaching, you are either nursing a patient, or you are doing your conversation, or you are roaming about. Paying attention will help you. So next week, we will start again from the types of research. If you say that can research be done twice to be sure of your outcome, if you are the person